Hey folks, welcome to a merry festive Let's Play for a day. I'm your host CPC Gamer, and what do you know, it's Christmas, so let's play the Italian Job. Like seriously, I was not messing around when I said this is always on at Christmas. It'll be the Great Escape next year, just so you guys watch. Oh, also, since we're here, pay attention to that top mission objective, don't fall behind. Like, just keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Oh, and ignore that loading stutter.
But you know,
because this game knows what it's doing.
One thing, I still had a score to settle. I was gonna take Steve down.
I was going to take down Steve. Taking Steve down means that you've put him up somewhere, like he's sitting on a shelf or something. And see, this is why grammar is important, people. Anyways, regardless as to the specific phrasing, Elf on the Shelf is our villain, and we're out to get some generic Christmas revenge. Now, you may be wondering, Andy, you golden-voiced Adonis, why aren't you doing the heist mission like you did in the last episode? Well, for whatever reason, this game cuts the actual heist into like 6 different missions, each one 2 minutes apiece, and it breaks flow like you would not believe, and it makes the climax of the game kinda insultingly easy. Just ignore that oversteering, by the way, because I'm good at this game. I mean, that's why I'm going the wrong way down the highway. But if there is a quicker route to the baddie, I don't know what it is. And I don't want to know what it is, because here we are at the main event. Oh, kind of had a bit of a hiccup there, but you know, hopefully that is the only bug that we encounter in this playthrough. Because I've had a couple of killers when I was doing test runs for this video. Oh, actually, can we recreate one of those now? It looks like no. Alright, off we go! Oh, but one bug that I can recreate, although it's really more of a minor complaint than a bug, I suppose, even though this is meant to be a chase, you can very easily get in front of the muscle car and do the entire route like this if you know where you're going. And I do, so catch me if you can! So, the first bug I had was where I nudged Steve's car, and for whatever reason it went to the end of its script. And that helicopter is pretty lost. I don't think it's meant to be down here. Appropriate, since we're talking about bugs. But no, I nudged his car, and it didn't do this chase scene. It just drove to the checkpoint. Like, it cut a 6-minute chase down to 20 seconds. And the second time... Lucky! The second time, I flipped Steve's car, and the game went... Well, he's not moving, so... I guess you win this one on a technicality, player. Checkpoint reached. I mean, obviously I didn't demonstrate either of those here, but that's what happened. Woo! Nice work, man. Let's go. So, I mean, I'm ripping on this game, but it's got a couple of good points. I mean, for example, it is a lot easier to do sweet jumps in this game than in the original one. Also, you see these little pop-ups? You get bonus points for doing stunt combos, and for doing the Starsky and Hutch thing, where you just smash through boxes and newsstands on the side of the road. And I like that, because, you know, it makes the game feel like it's a caper movie, you know? I mean, likewise, the game has a really good soundtrack. Like, it's this low-key, grimy 70s funk sound. It's the kind of thing you'd hear in Toe Jam and Earl, and that is a good kind of music to have. I mean, it's not the music that we are currently listening to, because I suspect it's the actual movie soundtrack again. So, the background music is... probably Payday? I mean, it's thematically appropriate, you know? Also, hello in-game advertising! You don't at all stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, at least it was the advert for Domino's. But you've probably seen the other adverts around, like the one for the Nokia N-Gage. That thing that people totally still remember. Ah, dear. Alright, now this one's tricky, because it looks like a dead-end street, but this is the way to go. And... I think I forget where I'm going from here, so... Steve, if you would? Ah, thank you. Oh wait, no, now I remember where I'm going. Alright, let's go. So, I'm a little let down that the final mission is just some more driving, because, like, that's what the entire game has been thus far. I mean, yes, it's a driving game, and that's kind of the point, but, like, change the mechanics somehow. Yeah? For example, I would have preferred if this level played like Chase HQ. Gain ground on Steve, damage his car to run him off the road, you know? I mean, I would prefer if a lot of games ran like Chase HQ, to be honest, because it really didn't get any love in terms of the home ports. Oh wait, actually, no! They did change the mechanics, but in a really stupid way. Because storyline-wise, our Mini Cooper S, registered trademark on White Reserve, is full of gold bullion. And I saw you try to lead me down the wrong path, you sly boots. But yes, handling in this mission is a lot more clunky and sluggish than it is in the rest of the game. And you might recognize this as nothing that translates well to video, so enjoy what little comfort that knowledge brings you. Well, this one's a little tricky. Wait, did his AI pathing break and lead him into the swimming pool? It just might well have done. I mean, that said, you have to take a shortcut through the pool in one of the earlier missions, so I suspect the programmers knew that could happen. But actually, the AI's weird pathfinding is why you have such a generous time limit for this mission. I mean, you've seen we had about 7 minutes on the clock. The chase itself is closer to 6, but it needs that buffer in case the AI falls over. Like, it works out, because sometimes I crash too. You know, like that. Oh, and like the frame rate he's doing now. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, it's all falling apart right now. I'm going off-road where it's safe. And you know, I found myself wondering this while I was doing my test runs. You instantly fail this mission if you drop too far behind. Will you fail if you get too far ahead? Now, I reckon yes. Like, there is probably a radius around Steve's car, and you have to stay within it, but I've not been able to go too far ahead yet. I mean, I reckon you could do it through a combination of nudging him off course and knowing the route yourself, so you both stayed on the same path. Oh, never mind. Nope, not going down that alley just yet. Soon, though. There we go. And now, the final mission in the game. Get back to the station. Which is a run that you've actually made several times thus far, so it's some... Did I just jump over that police car? That is amazing! I'm going to retract every word of criticism I have thus far leveled against this game. This is the best thing in the world. Although I do have to say, the pursuit mechanics are several flavors of garbage in this game. Alright, make way, playable character coming through. So yeah, there will always be X number of enemies within Y radius of your vehicle. But what that means is that if you escape too quickly, cars will begin to appear in front of you. And that's pretty bad level design, you guys. Ah, but what do we care? We won!
I was gaining on Steve.
We
but the cops
appear to have
pointed out
accidentally
location,
beaten
and they
the
were
evil
gaining on
villain
me.
Steve.
They set up roadblocks to pen us in.
Which doesn't sound quite as impressive when you say it like that,
Steve
if you think about it.
Like I
But
said,
what do you expect when your
you
main
gotta
villain
pay
is called
attention to
Steve?
details.
I mean, really now.
Steve, he was never
Like,
any
all
good
the
at
other
that.
characters in this game, they're like,
Beautiful sight.
oh yeah, Handsome
But I didn't have
Rob, or
time
Left
to
Ear,
hang
or
out.
Skinny
I was
Pete.
in a car full of gold.
And your villain
that I
is
had
just
trained to catch.
regular, generic brand Steve? I don't know. Hey! Cameraman got a little bit drunk there. But yeah, I know the guy's name was Steve in the movie. Probably. I didn't watch it. I watched the original one again. Does that count? But yeah, give him some sleazy 1930s mob name. Call him Dreamy Steve, because that guy sounds like he'll kick your puppy. Like regular Steve sounds like he's going to reboot your router and then charge you a 20 quid call-out fee. Hey, you're trash-talking this Hollywood screenplay pretty hard, Andy. How's your movie doing? Yeah, shut up, kid. Good. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, hello. What's this now? Oh, I guess it's the game's way of saying I set a new high score or something. Neat! And now, some videos in a different screen resolution to the rest of the game, thus meaning I will have to do a lot more editing to get this video looking as good as it should. Oh, and I like the name of this one, Living in a House. That is the absolute bare minimum that an interior decoration magazine should be about. Yes. It's like when you hear about a book being a page-turner. I mean, you'd hope so, because that is its one job as a book. And now, the people responsible for this game. That guy was not told he was going to be in this video. Oh, and that guy is about to try and sell me his watch. And that's the guy who bought it instead of me. And that guy made me run out of stuff to think about, so this whole narrative has fallen apart. Thanks, Gred Modern. Oh look, it's a car that isn't in this game. In the movie, there's apparently a steel blue Ferrari 360 Spider. You know, my baby from Outrun. But I guess they couldn't get the rights for this game, so they spent it all on the Mini Cooper S, registered trademark, all rights reserved. So whatever car it was supposed to be is now just like a generic cruiser. Oh man, I bet that guy was the one who had the idea to make this staff roll, because that was such a dynamic shot. And Tom Geddes has apparently taken the camera home with him. Was that a bed? And was that film running backwards? What? Oh, hello, QA. Hey, get back here when I'm demeaning you. You don't jump out the window. Jeez. And Dean Pelton from Community was an MIB. Oh, and Melanie Ward is a cheat code in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Very clever. Alright, the guy who took that bit of film was never seen again. And our main character is Ron Swanson. And yeah, that's the Italian Job. It wasn't set in Italy, and it didn't feature a job, so a more realistic title would just be The. But, I mean, that's not a particularly descriptive title, so I can see why they didn't use that one. But yes, I'm your host, CBC Gamer. I hope you all have a merry happy, and until next time, goodbye!